All right, so we made it down here. Gonna do a little speed work today. Gonna run some intervals at threshold. So let me just share with you the workout. Of course, I had to call it up on my phone here, but so I'm gonna start out and warm up for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna run at a threshold pace for 4 minutes, and then I'll have 90 seconds to recover. I'll repeat that 4 different times, and then I'll cool down for 10 minutes. So all in all, you're looking at 45-minute workout, something like that, maybe a little bit less. Looking forward to it. I got the Hoka Tecton X on today because I'm back out at my local state park. I'm not going to be running the trails like I did yesterday. I'm going to stay on really the 2-track, which is hard-packed gravel for the parts that I'm going to be on. So my intention is to just kind of run back and forth, maybe run down for 5 minutes, run back for 5 minutes for my 10-minute warm-up, and then I'm going to use that stretch to get my 4-minute threshold interval in as I make my way down the 2-track. And the reason I'm doing that is because it eventually turns into pavement, and I don't want to be running on pavement today. I want to try to stay on the gravel. And that's mainly because I like the softer surfaces. I'm still recovering from injury and all that kind of good stuff. So enough about that. I'm going to go out and get this one done. I'm going to take you guys along with me, and we'll talk more periodically throughout the workout. All right, let's go get this one done. So I've got a little bit of a walk. It's not too terribly far to the trailhead, and I do like to walk this rather than start right out running. It gives me a chance to kind of loosen up a little bit. I did do my mobility stuff at home first and tried to get all loosened up there, but you got a slight, a little bit of a car ride over here, and things have a tendency to tighten back up for me anyway. So I'm going to take this little bit of a jaunt here just to kind of loosen up so that I'll be ready to go when I start my warm-up, which again is going to be for 10 minutes. All right. Oh my gosh, so it's not bad today. Rainy. It feels colder than it really is. It's 42 degrees, and well, that's not warm. It's the same temperature as it was yesterday, but it feels colder today because it's a lot more damp. It's been raining. I was going to film this out on my front porch, the first part of the segment of this video, and I stepped out there and the chairs were just soaking wet. I didn't want to sit down in those chairs. I should have moved them into my garage, but I didn't. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to make my way to the trailhead, and we're going to get this one started. All right, we'll see you there. I do enjoy the Tecton X. Again, this is the original version, so it's not the latest model that they have out, but I've enjoyed this one. I did some trail races in this one, actually just one trail race, the one and only trail race I've done. I ran in these shoes and I thought they did really well. So I've got just 53 seconds left in my warm-up, and then I'm going to turn around and head in that direction. Hopefully, if I've timed it out right, I'll be able to run that 4-minute threshold interval all in one direction before I run into the pavement. At least that's my hope anyway. If not, not a big deal. I just turn around when I get there and truck it back in this direction. We're about ready to find out though. 13 seconds to go. Turn around here. Maybe you can hear my watch. And it says run. Let's run! Oh, so the first one is done. I ran too hard. Threshold, you know, should be basically your 10K pace. And I was probably running more of my 5K pace for today. I'm just not as in good a shape as I was, but you know what, that's okay. Because that just makes it that much more fun. At the end of the training block, I go back and look to see how much progress we've made. So I'm going to be slowing it down on the next 3 intervals because that was too much. That was too much. It's fun, but that was harder than, you know, threshold. Oh boy, catch my breath. 20 seconds left before I do the second one. All right, I'm gonna let you go. So the second one is done. I did have to turn around back there. So I got to the pavement. And as I mentioned, I didn't want to run on pavement today. So that's okay. I don't think it really had much of an impact. It was a quick, you know, out and back. All right, a couple seconds, catch my breath. About 30 to be exact. That's left. And then we'll run number 3. Oh boy. So 3 down, 1 more to go. Definitely slowing down a bit with that 3rd interval, but that's okay. I was trying to pace myself a little better. Of course, starting right out of the gate, going a little too hot has impacted, you know, the last, you know, 3 and coming up on 4 interval. Oh, so that workout, as I've said before, is in the books. It's in the rearview mirror, and I think it went really well today. I was concerned this morning, of all things. I was walking in my kitchen to get a cup of coffee, and I like tweaked my ankle, just getting a cup of coffee, and I thought, oh no, this can't be happening. But I was able to loosen it up, and you know, it was fine. It was fine out here on the run. So, whew. I'm glad that wasn't serious at all. So, unfortunately, my GoPro, the SD card, got full there, and it cut off. So I'm filming this last piece of the segment with my phone, and I'm gonna try to get my watch here going. Okay, so all right, so on my watch, I went 4.81 miles, 42 minutes and 9 seconds, roughly, was the total workout. The average pace was an 8:46 minute mile pace. Now, I don't know what the interval pace is or was at this point, but by now I should have scrolled it across the screen for you guys to check out. My sense is from, you know, peeking at my watch from time to time, that it ranged probably around that 7:30 minute mile pace. And for me, you know, that's probably pretty decent. You know, I'm going to take that for the first real speed session for this training block. I did come out too hard, as I said early on, right after that first interval. You know, I took off like a bat out of hell, and I know better than that, but I guess I was just excited, you know, and it happened, and I was going a little too fast, whatever that pace was. Hell, if I don't know, it could have been a 7:30 minute mile pace at that point, but it felt too fast. But then, you know, after I got into the rhythm a little, it started to come back to me how to run fast, and you know, breathing started to regulate a little bit, and even though I wouldn't say it got easier, I was adapting a bit to the second, third, and fourth intervals, even if they, you know, got it a little bit slower there towards the end. I'm sure that they did. Overall, I was really happy with it. And, you know, I love the Hoka Tecton X out here for, you know, if you're going to do speed work out on, you know, loose gravel like that, I think these are a really good choice. You know, I haven't run in the new ones. I would love to. And once maybe my budget can afford it, maybe I'll pick those up. But right now, if you're looking for a pair of, you know, speedy trail shoes that you can probably get at a bargain, I'm sure you can find these on sale at some point. Just because they're, you know, an old model, they're worth it. They're worth it. You know, as I mentioned, I ran the one and only trail race in these, and you know, I took first in my age group, and they helped. They absolutely helped, especially when I got out to a little bit of that harder gravel, hard packed gravel during that race, because there were times when we got off the trails. None of them would be technical trails. Okay, it's not what Seth is running on. It's nothing like that. These are more the Sunday morning trail run types of things that these I would equate to. So they're not overly difficult, but they're fun to do. And Tecton X did a great job. All right, enough of a plug for Hoka. Hoka, if you want to send me the next version, I'd love to be able to review them on the channel. Or if you have a pair sitting around the house and they're men's size 9, send them my way. All right, you guys, enough about that. I'm getting silly now. I think I need to go home and get some lunch at this point. All right. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching. And let's see, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is cross training, so I'll probably be back out on my mountain bike if it's not too wet or rainy, because I don't want to take a spill on that bike as I did in previous training blocks, because that was a bummer too. All right, you guys, we'll see you tomorrow.